Welcome YouTubers to another video. Today we got the Prime 1 Uncharted Nathan Drake statue. This is the bonus version. So, big heavy box. I'm a little worried because I was out getting Hawaiian food when this got delivered. FedEx was taking forever. Wife asked for Hawaiian. And I saw the ring footage of the FedEx driver when he was putting this on my doorstep. He literally just threw it. He just threw it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, bro, this is fragile. Pretty hefty, multi instructions. Jupiter. As you can see, it's a 3-layered, well, 2 layers. Anyways, let's get this out and unbox it. Let's just fingers crossed, no damage. Statue gods, please don't curse Flankster. Alrighty, folks, so I got the box all out. I apologize in advance. I just ate a giant plate of, it's called poo-poo chicken. It's this chicken that tastes ridiculously good. Alright, I know someone got this. This part was broken, so let's just check it real quick. Because Nathan does have to be dangling from this. Okay, so it's cold, but it's not broken. That's a good sign, because that was the one I was actually worried about. There's the cage, some arm swap outs. Okay, Jupiter. Okay. The 2 head portraits, body, guns, and let's get this massive base out. Alright, so, yeah. Here's the base. It fits this 15-inch Lazy Susan pretty nicely. Now, according to this, you have to put this part on first. So that's what, really holds Nathan. All right, go on, you Jupiter. Okay, now it's in. Typically I don't like to assemble statues cold, but whatever. After that, they actually want you to do Nathan Drake's body next. Alrighty. So check him out. He does have a peg in this arm, and so, yeah, there's a peg right here for him. Just gonna look at the instructions just to be certain. Okay. So, wait. I don't know, it's gonna be like this. Alright, like so. So, yeah, that wasn't too bad. That was much easier than I anticipated, actually. So this does come with 2 portraits. Let's check those out. So definitely very good likeness to Nathan Drake. So I am a huge fan of this video game. I actually recently did play, there's a lot of sweat. Yeah, this is insanely good. There's a lot no, as I was saying, I recently played Uncharted 4 again for another time, and I played the, other game with the 2 girls. I forget what it's called, but, it's on the disc. Alright, let's check out the second portrait. So second one's more or less just like a straight face. There's no blood. There is definitely the sweat and some like dirt. But I think I prefer that one. Man, this hair looks insanely good, by the way. So I'll just set this to the side for now. Let's see. All right, there's some sort of plant here. I just want to kind of get everything out of this main box. So, looks like it goes on the base. Where's the Jupiter? Huh. I could have swore it went right here on this base. Oh, wait. Oh my goodness. Okay, like that. There we go, right there. I completely missed it. All right. Now here is a pistol holster. None obviously goes on him, although I believe it's this one. Yep, just like so. And then there's a empty pistol holder right here. I believe actually this is a swap out for that. In case he's like holding the pistol, you know, because he has the option to more or less hold it. So I think that's a swap out. So I'm gonna leave that for now. That's everything in box one, the bottom layer. I can return this so it's not a weird angle. Kind of want to finish Nathan before we get onto this cage. All right. Here's like what is this? Knives? Huh? Kind of looks like knives. Oh, okay, yeah, this. It's just like some pouches. There's something in it. Actually, no, wait. I'm very confident this is ammo. That's what that is. Ammo. Let's see. Just to ensure I'm putting it on right. It goes down, like so. Okay, so just like that. Funny thing is, they have the head as the absolute like last thing. They have the head in the hand. So we'll actually do the hand last. I don't want it to get in my way. There's some little part here. Let's see what this little thing is. Okay, it's like a chain. That probably goes in the cage, so we'll put that down for now. Okay. We got some more plants right here. Raiden startled me. All right, so there's two plants right here. Clearly they're gonna go on the base somewhere. Let's see if I can figure this out real quick. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this cage looks like it's gonna take a minute, honestly. I might just do that off camera. Because there is, let's see, 9. Okay. All right, so those two plants just go back here. Yeah, we can show you real quickly, like, so here's the pistol hand. You know, so he's more or less like that. The last thing, like major thing, so check it. So here you have a normal hand swap out for that. And then this guy, let's check out that. That is stupid cool. And then the lower half, man, that is so cool. Oh my gosh. And this is the bonus part. You basically get an AK-47, which looks like it straps around them actually in the back. I'll definitely, you know, utilize that. And then this looks like another arm for him and the cage it sits in. You know, so if you're unfamiliar with Uncharted 4, you know, it is one of the greatest video games of all time. Like, it is an absolute masterpiece. And the story is insane. Holy shiz. So, yeah, I don't want to see you guys see me struggle with this cage for the next 20 minutes. I'm just going to pause it, and then I'll show you, like, once it's actually, like, step-by-step assembled. Alrighty, so this is the pirate. So he's just one leg comes down, 2 arms, he's missing, obviously, his guts. He comes in 2 pegs. He's a little tricky to get on, just because of things. I actually used a hairdryer. And it kind of indicated to do the cage first, but I feel like it'll be easier to do the cage after, you know. So yeah, I'm doing the cage after, but that's how it looks so far. Alrighty, and that is with the cage on. So you can go ahead and see. So next is the little chain. Alrighty, so this chain connects from right here to here, you know, because it's more or less, in essence, that's what would be holding this cage. I actually did have to use the hairdryer on that because it was not fitting. So there's really only 2 parts left. It's the swap out hand. So I'm trying to determine, do I want him pointing a gun or like he's swinging? Because the thing is, in Uncharted, you know, you're constantly doing like climbing and swinging. So I understand that. But then you're also fighting and swinging and shooting a gun at the same time. So both poses make, you know, a lot of sense. Now, yeah, so I really got tested out. I like the gun, of course, that's added detail, but it's also cool just seeing him, you know, grabbing like he's swinging. All right, and the AK-47 really just goes on and hangs via the strap. There's no peg or anything. It's really just hanging on via a strap. And I did go ahead and put that arm on. So let's move this box and look at it closer. Alrighty, folks, so here is Nathan Drake in all his glory. So the statue gods were kind of Flankster today. We did not have any damage, just a few parts that were a little difficult to put on, really because of the cold. But here it is. So this is a huge 1/4 for sure. You know, you're definitely going to need a lot of width due to that. Although it's kind of not just width, but it's also depth. You know, so I'll measure it when I put it in the video game room. My tape measure's over there. You know. This actually works really good. This Clean My Bricks thing, I use it all the time. Get little styrofoam. Very useful, honestly. But yeah, so I know there was some changes from the base color on the prototype to original. I know Virtual Devil called it piss yellow. But yeah, it's obviously not the same exact paint app. It is, I mean, I wouldn't call it piss yellow on mine, but it's a green light rock. It's aged. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad at all. There's lots of moss. Right here is, what's that say? Produce Qualad. I can't really, I'm not sure what that says. But there's this pirate symbol here on this giant brick that looks really cool. You know, really good weathering effect. This is kind of too 1/4 scale statues in one, simply because you're getting almost an entire 1/4 here in the cage. You're only missing a leg, but it's a really cool looking, you know, pirate skeleton in a cage. And I really like that a lot. Yeah, tons of bricks, trees, moss, aged effect. It definitely is, you know, very reminiscent of the final parts of the game when you're, I can't remember the name of where you visit, but it's some, like, you know, ancient pirate town. So yeah, the base, fantastic. You know, that's one thing about these 1/4 video game statues. I love the bases. They tell a story. So this, you got this giant pirate themed base, you know, from, I can't remember the name. God, I swear it says it here. It says Produce? Oh, I can't remember. Dang it. Someone's gonna comment the name of the town. But he was following like a pirate explorer where they hid treasure, you know. So, but yeah, the base, magnificent, super big, super cool. The skeleton is insanely cool. Absolutely love it. Missing teeth, excellent paint app. Very cool. Nathan himself looks excellent. Really fine textures. He has his flashlight pouch, ammo, pistol. He has a really nice sweating effect on this, which I really like. We'll do some close-up shortly. But yeah, he has a lot of like sweat or even just like wet look. You know, because it was raining a lot. He has his watch on, his rings, he's married. Lots of dirt. I really like the sculpt on the hair. I think the hair just looks so good. Like that sculpted hair is just freaking amazing. Let's go ahead and put it in the video game room though. We'll get good lighting and, you know, do some good close-ups. Alrighty folks, so here is Nathan Drake. You can see him next to the clicker bust, some 1/3 Kratos bust, or Kratos 1/4 for size. So he visited Madagascar, Libertaria. Was I saying that right? Oh my gosh, I just heard it a second ago. But yeah, so here is sort of the dimensions. I would say about 19 inches wide. And this is nearly, I mean, it's really 2 feet deep. You know, because of that and the hand forward, or if you do the gun, it technically goes even further. So yeah, it's definitely deep if you want to get it at this angle, which is of course the best angle. So you can actually see Nathan plus the pirate good. So yeah, that is the best angle. So initially I'd kind of thought of potentially putting it where Dante is, or even at one time I thought maybe I could put it right there where I put my mirror. But yeah, with that back column, which of course is not removable, you know, for so many reasons. Yeah, this needs a 24-inch garage shelf. You know, I mean, I guess you could angle it a little bit and maybe fit it on a 20-inch. Because this base is actually only about 15 inches deep. You know, it's a little wider, but it's only about 15 inches deep. It's really the column and Nathan Drake that's causing it to, you know, be so deep. You know. So, I've been waiting a long time for this. This cost, what was the cost of this? I was like, Jupiter, I can't even remember. It's like $1,500 to $1,800. Something like that. I did economy shipping. It was a few hundred to ship, and I think it was between $1,300 to $1,500 for this. You know, I paid for it a while ago, and so I can't really remember. But yeah, let's check out. These magnets are strong. Check out that portrait though. So he has a cut on his forehead, which you can see they did a really nice like red bruising, and then a cut on his nose. There's some hairs coming down. He has his, you know, 5 o'clock shadow beard, some dirt. You can see like almost the wet look right there. You can see it. So he's sweating. Of course, he's climbing, so you're going to be very hot. But check out how fine that hair is. Like, that looks so good. And you can see the teeth, kind of like almost that worried look. You know, and then the other portrait doesn't have the scuff marks. I always thought Nathan Drake kind of looked like Nathan Fillion. Thought he'd play a really good Nathan Drake. They chose Tom Holland for a young version, and Tom Holland did decent, but Nathan Fillion would have been great for, like, you know, this type of Nathan Drake. You know, so there is the normal portrait, which of course looks good, but I do prefer this portrait. I prefer more of the, you know, because that's just like a straight face. I feel like in this particular pose, a straight face does not work. You know, it's like he's scared. He's fighting against I can't remember who exactly, but he was fighting against the enemies and they're shooting at him. He's in Libertalia with his brother and Sully. So yeah, he's freaking worried. But yeah, this is the hand forward pose. Of course, it looks great. It's like literally almost matching the clicker. But let's go ahead and put the gun back on. So the gun look. What do you guys think? Do you prefer the gun or the hand, like he's swinging? So, still trying to think. Can I fit Kratos Bus and Last of Us in this display? I mean, Last of Us is definitely going to take up this. Nathan is going to have to go here, meaning I'll have to push this over, which I do have space to push it over, and do Kratos bust right here with that wall mounted for sure. I do like the gun for sure. And of course you have the option to remove that gun if you just want empty holster. But I still feel like I'd just keep the gun there. I mean, why not? But that is the general idea of having that. So yeah, I like that if you want to have the empty holster. Which I guess that works too. So yeah, overall opinion. The base is 10 out of 10, no doubt. It's one of the coolest bases among all my video game statues. You know, Prime 1 has excelled exceptionally when it comes to video game bases. I mean, look at Resident Evil, Horizon, Kratos, Jin Sakai. You know, these bases, I mean, look at Bloodborne. All the Devil May Cry bases are amazing. You know, but this base is definitely, like, it's incorporating the actual character as well. You know, the fact he's like swinging off of it. So I really like the engineering of it. I think it's just done exceptionally well. So the base is a 10. The pirate thing, 10. So cool. I know there was some complaints about his pants, like the texture. They do look a little bit weird. It doesn't bug me too much, but it does look a little weird. It's not as good as like the shirt. You know, the shirt texture looks good. And you can see like all the, you know, mud effect on his shirt. And you could also say the same thing about his pants. Like his pants are just really muddy, which would kind of affect that. They definitely have some rips and tears. The boots are very muddy. Very muddy statue for sure. You know, the flashlight looks good. The pouch, ammo casings, skin paint app, and, you know, upper body's perfect. AK-47's awesome. So I'm glad I got that, you know, because you do switch between the weapons often in the game. I do like the sweat effect. It's all throughout the statue, on the arms, on the face, you know, to show him wet. I think that's really kind of the theme. It's just like he was muddy, he's wet, it's raining, he's swinging, he's scared. You know, so it definitely makes sense on that term of why the pants look like that. I think it's just sort of like a mud effect. You know, hence the entire statue has tons of mud and dirt and wet look. So, yeah, it was an expensive statue for sure, you know, but I'm a huge fan of Uncharted. You know, played the was it PS Vita or PSP? I can't even remember. I think it was PS Vita version. And then Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3, Uncharted 4. I never actually played the first one. I don't know. My brother told me to skip it, so I just didn't play it. Played Uncharted 2 and 3, loved them. Uncharted 4 blew my mind. And of course, this one included the extra game as well. Well, it's saved on my PlayStation, but yeah, the extra, it's almost like a 5-hour game where you get to play as the two girls, which is also fantastic as well. It's a great, like 5-hour game. But if you have not played Uncharted, I highly recommend you play it. I mean, ideally, you would want to start with like 2 and 3 at least. I still feel like someday I need to play one. I'm hoping they do an HD remake of 1, 2, and 3, because I would love to go back and play them, because it's been many years. I've played 4, 2 or 3 times, but 2 and 3 I've only played once. I want to replay both, and yeah, I'm waiting for an HD remake, just because it's been a while. But yeah, this is definitely an amazing statue. I really like this, folks. It is super cool. Super, super cool. It's huge. Good presence. It's pretty tall. Let's actually measure that. So it's about 27 inches tall. Decent swap outs. Low at ES at only 300. And it is waitlisted, so, I don't even know where you would buy this at this point. But, Uncharted is quite a popular game. I used to own the old Nathan Drake from Uncharted 3 by Sideshow. That was actually my first Sideshow premium format I ever bought. First Sideshow statue ever, actually. It was like my first order. It was $350. He was just jumping over something. And it was pretty good. It was mixed media. He had a scarf, and I owned it for like 9 years. And then I sold it in anticipation of this guy, which of course this is 1,000 times better. The concept and the detail, and the Sideshow one was pretty good. It was definitely good, for its time. But this one's amazing for sure. I am very happy with it. Very excited to get The Last of Us, which is my last video game statue by Prime 1 on pre-order. I'm still considering a few others. They have Lady D from Resident Evil 8, which I really like. The Devastator from, Demon's Souls, which I really like. So I'm, considering those, but of course I'm low on space, low on money. So I can only do so much. But yeah, this is definitely super, super cool, folks. I really like it. I do think it would pair good with my Laura as well. I kind of want to see what those two look like. So I might even just bring Laura over so we can see how that looks. Alrighty, folks. So this is how they look together. Of course, Laura is a smaller character. She's a small female. I don't know how big Nathan is, but probably 5'10" to 6 feet. Laura is probably 5'2" to 5'6". They look cool together, though. They're both in sort of like ancient ruins type base. This one's much more gray and almost like more vibrant green, where this is, more of that aged look. And then, of course, with Kratos. 3 of my favorite games. Anyways, folks, let me know what you guys think in the comments below of Nathan Drake by, Prime 1 Studios. Overall, I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10 just due to the fact that it's not the exact same paint app. And I think the paint texture could be a bit better. But the overall concept, the overall look, that freaking pirate, I'm telling you, that is so cool. I absolutely love that. You can see his spinal cord. That's really freaking cool. I like that a lot. The whole concept of that's just amazing. Kind of a pain to install that whole thing, as I anticipated. But overall, amazing piece. Love it. Thank you, Prime 1 Studios. Now, Prime 1 just shipped my Witch King, which has been paid for 2.5 weeks. Anyways, folks, the next video unboxing review will likely be Bale and Khaleesi Bust if Resin GK can ever ship it. Anyways, that is it. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.